Charles, welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me, Will.
So we're here as we're podcast crew. We're here as part of the Twin Cities Startup Week, but we're also here in WeWork, and I understand you're a resident here in WeWork, and you've got a business already rolling. Tell me more about it. Tell me. First, introduce yourself. Tell me about what you got going on.
Yeah, so my name's Charles, and I work for EAC Additive here. It's a business that is on top of a larger company that has been around for 28 years. So we're a little split off satellite company that focuses on additive manufacturing, that being FFF, SLA, and SLS. I have a background in additive manufacturing. I'm an associate's in additive and digital manufacturing, a bachelor's in project management with the emphasis of product development, and a minor in engineering technology. So I worked as an engineering technician for about 3 years, where I would go and find additive applications and implement them onto the shop floor in order to help reach continuous improvement efforts to lower costs. And so now working for EAC Additive, that's my job. I get to help many companies adopt additive, improve their additive, and find those applications with the right materials and design.
Okay. For the uninitiated like me, what does additive mean?
That means 3D printing.
Okay.
3D printing, a lot of people think of the glorified hot glue gun, where it's the nozzle and the filaments getting pushed through. But there's a lot more to it. There's resins, there's powders. So
I got a couple samples down here. I love it.
yeah, this is a powder print. And so it's flexible, it's skin contact safe if you want to test it out there.
Cool.
And so a laser hits a galvo and goes around, and it melts the powder together and goes layer by layer, creating a cake. And then you have to sift through it like an architect, like finding dinosaur bones afterwards.
Is that right?
And then, so this is really cool. SLS technology. It's a workhorse, and not enough people know about it.
Pretty neat. You got a couple other things down here. You want to tell us about those as well?
Sure. So these are resin prints. This one is flame retardant, so you can have it near ignition sources, and it's not going to catch on fire. It's a wire connector, and as you can see, it's got snap fits on it.
Absolutely.
And they just click together. Just some ASMR there. And then this is Tough 1500. It went through the Ross flex test, so these got flexed 500,000 times and didn't break, and it still reaches all the manufacturer specs you would need on a buckle.
And did you say 500,000? 500, so 500,000 times.
Yep. It was
before you even let it go out to the market.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So this is and you can't even see layer lines on this stuff. This is resin. So it's like a pool of material that gets pulled out of a tray instead of a powder or a plastic filler.
Wow. I can't think of many things I've done 500,000 times.
Yeah, no, not a lot. Breathe.
Maybe breathe. Yeah, hopefully breathe. Hopefully I've exceeded that number in breath, but you never know. Awesome, man. So tell us where you guys are kind of now in your journey and where you're headed.
Yeah, so we're 2 years in, and we've got some solid customers. We're working with some bigger names, working on some potential deals. I don't want to put the names out there.
Sure.
But we're expanding our selected printer applications. We want to make sure that we have printers that we know and that we can support. We're not a one-stop shop. Here's all the printers that you could get. We've hand-selected printers that we think are best on the market for our customers so that they get the most reliable outcomes, reliable experience, and just robust printers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So how did you kind of get into this field? Like a young you becoming an engineer, like what kind of guided you down this path?
I started out trying to do medical EMT, and I tried the test, and it's always like, which one's the most correct? And that just is not how my brain works. It's this is correct. This is what I got to do. So after not being made into an EMT, my friend wanted to do welding, and that's another additive process. You're adding metal together. You're adding filler rod.
Okay.
And then the new degree came out for the additive and digital manufacturing and it was SolidWorks, it was wiring, connecting, it was Python, and the additives, the 3D printing stuff too. And so I went into that just as, hey, I need to get a degree. And it took me very far and has gotten me to go all over the place. And it's such a developing industry that I see that people who get into it end up having an upward trajectory of their jobs real fast. My one friend went to a company helping make different materials, and then he got into the production side, and now he's a lab manager for a very big name tractor company, and he operates their whole additive lab. So there's a lot of room for growth in this industry, and there's a lot of niche markets that haven't been tapped yet that are open for startups, that for somebody to just come in and take over.
Wow. So, I mean, you feel like it's part of your identity now? It's who you are and will continue to be for years to come?
Oh, yeah. I won't stop talking about 3D printing. I got my own little startup outside of the startup that I'm working in.
Okay.
That utilizes SLA printing as well. You might see me at some events. I'm really hoping it blows up and scales. Has been working really hard on it.
Are you allowed to tell me anything about that yet, or is it a little too...
There's a patent pending,
Okay.
so I don't want to expose too much on.
Don't want to jinx it.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's exciting.
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
So, how do you kind of balance your work-life balance? Are you kind of a workaholic? You're into work all the time, or?
Yeah, I'm a workaholic. I would say I'm a landlord. I'm a dog sitter. I do have my own small business here, and then I work with these guys full time. Really, it's what keeps me going. Gym, work, and then the occasional go out probably like once a month. I end up going out. When you start a startup and start your own company, it really takes all of your time, and you need to nurture it. You need to say, I'm really confident in my idea. And in order to be really confident, you got to follow through on a lot of things. And so you got to make some sacrifices. Right?
Sure.
So, yeah, I find myself working quite a bit.
Cool. So to wrap up, I like to ask for a piece of inspiration. So like what inspires you to kind of wake up in the morning and get out there and do it, grind away, or something that the audience can find inspiration in?
I like what you do today will determine your tomorrow. So whatever you do today, you should prep so that tomorrow is better. So become 1% better every day. Set yourself up for success. Life is a puzzle. Find the pieces and put it together.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
There's a nice succinct quote.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Can I throw out my grandpa's?
Please do.
All right. So my grandpa always had me say this. He raised me to say it. Always remember your 7 Ps. Pre-proper planning prevents piss poor projects. And that's 8. But I always go, how do you pre-proper plan to prevent a piss poor project? Well, you got to organize your M&Ms. That's your materials, your knowledge, and your manpower. If you have those 3 things organized, you should be able to accomplish anything.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing your time with us today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Will.
Yeah.